agroecology is food production in a just way in Africa.
Agroecology is farmers becoming scientists.
Agroecología es para los jóvenes.
Agroecology is science, practice, and movement.
La agroecología une a la gente con sus recursos.
It's the realization of farmers' rights.
Agroecology is the solution for gender equity.
I'm here in India for the agroecology learning exchange, people that are working on the ground with farmers, farmer organizations, the funding community, and a real activists that are really hoping for change and rooting for something that we all believe in.
Doesn't matter, I'm letting nature going to do the work.
The Agroecology Fund is a movement, a force of donors, people with resources that want to help a vibrant agroecology movement around the world. A great opportunity for people to help a movement that's going to help our planet, our food system, our communities defend their rights and get nourishing food.
The impact I'm seeing with the collaborative supported by the Agroecology Fund is that it gives an opportunity to farmers at different levels to collaborate. So if you have a researcher, you have a farmer, you have an advocacy organization, I think that there is the whole thing that you need really to create evidence, that the evidence will feed the advocacy at the level so that policy change can happen.
La via campesina!
This pandemic exposes so much weakness in the globalized food system. We have to invest in local bottom-up solutions. The farmers and allies we support are creatively and urgently leading the way to healthy diets and a healthy planet.
Every living being has got the right to live. We don't use pesticides or insecticides to kill them.
The industrial model of agriculture that is based on the use of synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, it has different limitations. First of all, it's damaging the environment. We have whole areas that are polluted, people that are being poisoned by pesticides.
Where we are going is very much unpredictable, you know. Resilience is based on producing for this unpredictable world.
Small landholders, small farmers, subsistence agriculture feeds the majority of the world, and industrial agriculture feeds corporations.
Las comunidades, somos 4 comunidades de pueblos indígenas, son quechua hablantes y trabajamos más que todo, dedicamos a cultivo de papa. Tenemos 1.300 variedades de papas nativas. Definitivamente es más que todo trabajamos para soberanía alimentaria, una conservación, área de conservación biocultural indígena.
Agroecological products also are very important to women. They can feed their families, they can sell the surplus. So this is why agroecology is important. The knowledge is there and it gives power and leadership to women.
When we do this exercise or mapping exercise, we are asking the communities what are those species which are climate resilient, and then which are those species which are rich in micronutrients. Through this initiative, we want young people, to engage with other livelihood activities that come out, from these agroecological practices.
Through agroecology, the farmers around the world are building a new world which can combat climate change.
So the restoration of land through agroecology, the restoration of traditional livelihoods, the defense of communities, that is the fundamental strategic point of intervention if we care about the long-term health of the planet, future generations, and even the climate.
I'm very, very much hopeful. One, because a lot of governments are turning their attention to agroecology. 10 African countries are developing an agroecology policy.
We are seeing now that a number of international donors are starting to invest more in agroecology, or at least are putting agroecology on the top of their agenda. And what we need to do is to really accelerate and amplify that.
There's sort of a place at the table for so many different kinds of funders, no matter what your passion is or what sort of door you're entering into this big systems change. You know, if you're passionate about protecting the rights of Indigenous peoples, if you're passionate about protecting biodiversity, if you are passionate about land reform and farmers' rights, if you're passionate about economic development and reducing inequality in the world, that there is a place for you at this table, because agroecology is a way in to solve so many of those complex problems.
Tens of thousands of farms like this in the UK.
There's never been a more important moment to invest in agroecology, and never been a moment where that investment can yield such important dividends for creating the new kind of food system that we need in the 21st century and beyond, for a food system that's based in good nutrition, healthy environment, human rights of communities, biodiversity.
Eu luto pela agroecologia para as minhas filhas, para meus futuros netos, para todo mundo, que nós tenhamos um planeta saudável, livre de agrotóxicos, livre de transgenia, que nós possamos levar a agroecologia para dentro também das academias, para que elas consigam estudar e também tornar ciência concreta.
Nobody hungry. That's the dream. If we can feed the world, if we can have a world where we are so connected in the way we produce our food, environmentally friendly, where it is beyond our place, it is beyond our small fields, it is coming together and just reclaiming our dignity and humanity.